Hello.
Hi.
Hey Sam. Hey Marcel. I'm Edith. Today I'm talking for Beat in the Scene.
Hey, Edith.
Listen, congratulations on. I've watched the first two eps of the new season, and it's so great to be back in this world with these characters. And it's a world that always take us into visually. The visuals are just so important to the storytelling. Tell me the conversations that you two had with regards to how you wanted that to kind of frame where we find these characters and what it tells us about where they are in the world.
Um, I think, seasons 1 and 2, we had a smaller aspect ratio. We went from 178 to 185. And I think this season we wanted to expand the frame. So we went to 2:2. And I think in terms of camera, we wanted it to be a little less subjective. In the past, it was a lot of close-ups, a lot of singles. We'd go wide, push into someone's face. And I think this season we wanted to let the wider world kind of seep in and to be a
Mm,
little bit more objective at times. So to see them in these environments in the real world, um, and kind of and feel how you know small they are at times, right?
Yeah, yeah. I guess, yeah. Yeah, and we definitely wanted to make it like yeah, kind of like a tableau of what America looks like today or how it looks to us.
yeah. What's this idea of the kind of they're out in the wide world in a way, after leaving high school, and it's kind of that world is much bigger and wider and kind of probably more intimidating than they were used to in a way, sort of thing. And you feel that immediately. But that I've got to say that opening scene with Runes and with Zendaya is just extraordinary, with the kind of the driving and then it's funny. It's like you're on your edge of your seat. You're kind of like you physically move as this whole scene's kind of going. Choosing those locations are such an important part to the storytelling, and they have been because for us as fans, it's how you immerse us in those worlds and choosing the right place to set these characters, to have scenes unfold, to have, drama unfold is such an important thing. How much of that is, do you write into the script, Sam, and how much is kind of discussion, in your when you're in pre-production and all that kind of side of things, really?
Well, it's interesting because initially the opening of the season was very different. She was going to be, you know, crossing a river and, get sort of swept,
Yeah.
swept under. And so that was the idea. But as we were doing prep, we went to the DEA headquarters in Los Angeles, and we're walking around and we're talking to their drug enforcement
Mm.
team. And on the wall, they have all these photos of different drug busts. So here's $1 million in a suitcase. Here are 6 kilos of cocaine in a
Amazing
truck.
photos.
And then suddenly we see the border wall with a Jeep stuck on top of it. And I was looking at this photo and I just thought, so someone tried to drive a car over the border wall, and they're going, yeah, and it got stuck, and they're telling me a little bit of the story. And I thought, well, that's the kind of dumb thing that Rue would try to do. And so from that point, I wrote it into the script, and then Marcel and I started talking about how to shoot it, how we
Mm.
can, find a location for it that could meet the needs in terms of light and landscape. We were working with an incredible location manager and a great production design team, and so we ended up finding this area about 4 hours outside of Los Angeles in the desert, and we built our own border wall. So we built about 150 feet of it.
Yeah. Actually, two of them. We had like a real size one and then a 5 feet one just to get the close-ups and like some
Yeah.
stuff
Yeah.
that's like we don't need the whole horizon for.
Right. And so, and our special effects team was terrific. They were able to, get the car up there and they had these, different buttons that they could press where it would fall backwards and fall forwards. And, Z is the kind of consummate professional in terms of wire work. I think it's, her history on Spider-Man. So she's up there, you know, 20 feet in the air, trying to
Wow.
navigate, the border wall. And it was a blast to shoot.
We shot it for like 5 days or so.
I think three.
Three, was
Yeah,
it? Yeah.
yeah. I wish
Wow.
it was five.
What's
Uh,
Marcel, when you kind of, when you start your conversations with Sam about the show, what are you most excited about, in terms of your role as a storyteller within this team?
Look, I think like I'm most excited about the ideas Sam's telling me, and obviously the scripts when they come in.
mm,
And this season he had an obsession with westerns, which started I think in season two a little bit. And I remember the scene between Cal and Fasco
yeah, at the gas
at the
station.
gas station, which is it's not like visually not that it's more like the blocking of it and the way we
Hmm.
shot it, but it's not you don't have the feeling of a Western, but you still do have the pacing of it and
Yeah,
the way you and I think we got a wind of that there and we really enjoyed shooting that part and I think Sam had an interest in this and it just made sense with this the theme of it all
Mm.
and yeah and then when I started exploring the technicalities of it and how we can make it look like one that was shot today.
yeah.
Surely the desert is like a cinematographer's nightmare.
Yes
Or
and no.
not,
Look,
or
yeah.
not.
There are certain things that are challenging in desert, especially at night. Like what would make you feel like you're seeing these characters, like what lights them up and
Yeah.
those kind of questions. But no, I think it's a great look always. It's just you're fighting a lot of elements there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'd had certain nights where the wind would get up to 40, 50 miles per hour, and we'd have to bring all of our lights down and just wait for the wind to die down. I mean, it's challenging, and it's also just it's tough in terms of the heat and everything, but it looks so good
Yeah.
on on
It
film.
does. You feel you're there. That's the great thing. It's
Yeah.
so immersive. Yeah. Talking about immersive, the creating the show and creating these characters and bringing them to life. But if you could be in the scene of any episode of Euphoria, which scene would you be in?
Like as a character?
As someone in that scene, what scene would you like to be in?
Oh my gosh. That's I don't think I want to be anywhere near this world. Right?
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
You
No,
know
I
them
mean,
too well.
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah,
no,
I'd hang out with Ali.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
but yeah, but
I
that's a
Um,
heavy one too.
yeah,
Yeah.
I'd go to the diner and I'd have a cup of coffee with Ali. That's what I would do.
well, you've done an absolutely brilliant job. And I also want to say, I didn't get the chance previously, Malcolm Marie, just an absolutely beautiful and brilliant piece of work. That was, yeah, it was joyful to have gifted to the world. So, yeah, congratulations on that as well. Thank you for your time today.
Yeah.
Great
Thank
chatting
you.
to
Thank you
you.
so much.
Yeah,
Really
have a good one.
appreciate it.
Thanks a lot.